motivating others is something that comes naturally to Tony Thompson. The award-winning author, speaker, and entrepreneur has the high energy and contagious passion to captivate audiences. Now he's captivating all of us this Monday morning with some ways to get motivated. He's joining us alongside Christina. Thank you both so much for coming with us here on Monday morning.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Not a better way to start off the week. Absolutely. And so before we dive into everything that you do here, you have some tips for us to start the week off strong.
Yes. I'm big on, you mentioned diving in, especially on a Monday. I'm big on getting rid of what I like to call the Simons. You're familiar with Simon Says the game. If I say Simon Says, raise your right hand, you're gonna raise your right hand. If I say Simon Says, clap one time, you'll clap one time. And a lot of times what we do is we listen to the Simons or negative voices in our heads that are literally just causing us to do a bunch of random things to keep us in our comfort zone, if you will. So for some students that we work with, some students that we speak to nationally, they're being held by their Simons. They're limiting belief systems. They're stopping them from being the best version of themselves. So we have 3 tips. My wife and I have 3 tips to get outside of playing the Simon Says game, because we don't like it.
Okay, we don't like that.
We don't like the Simon. We don't like Simon. Get out. Stop playing Simon Says.
Simon.
Stop Simon. Stop Simon. So the first tip is literally, it's very simple. Start doing a bunch of uncomfortable daily activities. The activities that make you scared, the activities sometimes that, like, I'll give you an example. If you are a person that doesn't like, or you have a fear of public speaking, well, how about not getting in front of a big crowd starting off, go into a bread cone and just read the room and find one person that you do not know, walk up to them randomly. I'm an advocate of this. Walk up to them randomly, introduce yourself, just start retraining your brain. So that Simon, the negative voices, are not stopping you from becoming that person, that best version of yourself. So that's the first tip.
That's the first one. Get comfortable in that discomfort.
Yes,
absolutely.
exactly.
Okay, Christina, what's tip number 2?
So tip number 2, so one thing that we're rolling out under our company is Think Twice. So this is an empowerment organization for young girls and women. So along with that, the second tip that we have is date yourself, right? Date yourself. In the dating period,
I love that.
You're getting, dating is for 2 purposes. To get to know the other person and to help you affirm the other person. So we're not dating ourselves a lot. So with that, getting and stepping outside of those Simons, you have to know yourself, right? First and foremost. So whether that's through journaling, listening to podcasts, just going on an actual date with yourself, going out and just sitting and soaking that in.
I love that so much, because it is so important. Before you can give to someone else, you have to be able to really know who you are and what you need. Now, real quick, we have a third tip.
Third tip is find a Christina.
Find a Christina.
Find a Christina.
I love that.
So, AKA accountability partner. There's no such thing as being self-made. Right? To stay motivated and to stay inspired, I'll never forget, I've cried on her shoulder, right? Taking our company from literally local, where we didn't have a lot of money. I'll be honest, Mary, I was broke. I was broke, and she took a chance on me. And literally, she pushed me. She let me cry on her shoulder. She made sure I didn't quit when I wanted to quit. She made sure, Tony, you have this vision, and I'm with you every step of the way. She told me a lot of times also, Mary, what I needed to hear, even though I didn't want to hear it. And most people try to walk this thing out by themselves. There's not a single successful person on this planet that have been able to become successful on their own. So that Christina or that accountability partner, let that person help you.
You need that community.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at our screen here, because, and while we do this, while we show your information, you have a virtual high school group to build that community for people. So people can find their Christina.
You can find your Christina. You can't have this Christina, but you can find that Christina.
So very cool.
The Passion Plug, so basically, essentially what it is that online virtual community. We meet 2 to 3 times every single week of every single month, and we are literally tackling the most common mistakes that are costing high schoolers their current and future success. It is phenomenal. We've already seen breakthroughs, already seen some unbelievable things happen.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Tony and Christina. That was fantastic. You saw all that information right there on your screen. So you're going to want to join that group, get this book, find them on socials, because, hey, we can all use a little motivation motivation each and every day. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back.